is up guys, Tyre once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cookie Kingdom. So if you guys remember, with the introduction with Affogato Cookie, there are now a total of 3 different cookies inside of the game that are going to be able to attack the enemy with the highest attack when they use their skill, and that is going to include Affogato as well as Eclair and Raspberry. So when Eclair first came out, you guys asked me to try and use Eclair with Raspberry Cookie, but the reason why that wouldn't really work out too well is because of the fact that those two are the only ones who will be attacking that cookie, and that is the reason why with the introduction of Affogato Cookie and his skill, we are going to try to assassinate the highest attack cookie on the enemy team, which is usually going to be someone like Sea Fairy as well as Frost Queen, and see how well this team works out. So right now we are going to be using this team right here. So basically the point of this team is going to be using their skills to one-shot the enemy, that one cookie with the highest attack. And here we go. Topping is going to be 5 solid on for dark cacao, is because cacao is still going to be used as a tank, and the raspberry is going to be using 5 of the Syrian raspberry. Focus on damage resist as well as crit percentage if you guys can. Right now for me, I just don't have the amount of toppings, so I'm just using what I have, focusing on damage resist. And the Affogato Cookie is going to be using 5 of the Swift Chocolate. You want to have Affogato use the skill first, alright? So that's the reason why you're going to have damage resist as well as cooldown, focusing on those two. And the next one is going to be Eclair. Eclair is going to be using 5 of the Syrian Raspberry. He's just going to be using his skill to deal damage, alright? And also cause that weakness debuff as well, because it is going to be stacked with Affogato's skill. And the next one is going to be our Cream Puff. Cream Puff is just there to deal extra damage with the amount of skill. So yes, Cotton can deal damage, but Cotton's damage is a little bit on the continuous side. However, Cream Puff is going to be using a burst damage with the crit percentage. That is the reason why we're going to be using Cream Puff here in this team. And the treasures are going to be the monocle, the scroll, as well as the jelly watch. So let's see how well this team works out inside of the arena, because I honestly don't know how well it's going to work out. So here we go. Alright guys, so first team right over here is going to be against a double tank, as well as probably going to be Eclair, Frost Queen, as well as a Cotton or Pure Vanilla. So let's see how well we do against this team. Alright, here we go. The assassin team is what we call this. It is a pure vanilla. Alright, so Cacao is going to follow up right after Affogato's skill, which is going to allow me to, deal a bit more of the debuff to the enemies. And right there, boom, just doing a ton of damage. They do have a monocle, so it does, sometimes cleanse or purify the debuffs, but still, as you guys can see, we just pretty much start off the battle with, a 4v5. We really just got rid of the Frost Queen on the enemy team. It's just crazy fast with all of their skills. So there we go. And we're just versing the Hollowberry now. Just quick, slowly chipping away at her HP. And boom, there we go. All right. So that was a success. That was a success. All right. So damage from Dark Cacao being the highest here, guys, 1.3 million, and the Eclair is doing 1.8 million or 1.1 million, and then Cream Puff as well as Raspberry and Affogato just doing a bit of damage right there. All right. So here we go. That was a good one. All right, guys. So here we go. We're gonna be versing this team right here. It's gonna be a single tank with just the Cocoa, but we do have Eclair right here as well as the Sea Fairy, and I believe this one is gonna be Frost Queen. So let's see how well we do. Here we go. Yep, it is gonna be a Frost Queen. So hopefully we are able to kill off one of their team. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, so we did kill off one of their teammates. All right, one of the cookies on the other team, but I don't know if we're gonna win here though, guys. Yeah, the burst damage was a little bit too tough on our cookies right here, guys. So I would say if you're versing a team with 2 of the burst cookies, which are going to be right here, Sea Fairy as well as Frost Queen, probably not the best idea to use this team, alright? Alright, here we go. It's going to be a double tank here once again. I believe it's going to be a Cocoa and a Strawberry Crepe this time around, though. Or it could be a Cacao, actually. It's going to be a Crepe Cacao, as well as probably going to be an Eclair or a Sea Fairy here. So let's go and see how well we do. And it is a Sea Fairy and a Frost Queen instead. Okay. And that should be Sea Fairy dead right there, guys. Oh no, the monocle came through. Oh wow, we lost because of the monocle on the other team. Yikes. And yep, there you go. Wow. Okay, fully maxed out right there, but all three of them. Okay. Alright guys, this time around with the feather on the other team, it's going to be Eclair and a Frost Queen, so let's go. So Monaco really is a big part of the arena now, and just that cleanse is just so strong. Alright, there we go. And the cleanse comes through. Yep, their Seafarer is gone. I mean, not Seafarer. Frost Queen is gone. Cotton is gone. Just the 2 tanks remaining now. Easy, easy victory right there. I mean, of course, their treasures were a little bit on the lower side, but as you guys can see, the power of this team is just there, guys. And just Cacao just doing so much damage, really, guys. Alright, here's a team that you probably do not want to verse here, guys. And that is going to be something like a T-Knight comp. So this is a T-Knight comp, and you probably don't want to verse this kind of team. And let me show you guys why. So this team does lack a bit of heal, especially because of the fact that, if they do die from burst like that, you're just not going to be able to survive. And with someone like T-Knight team where they just basically sacrifice all of their, healing for damage, it is probably not the best idea to use this team. And right here is a good example of why you should not use it. Even though they don't have a maxed out treasure, you can see how easily they were able to kill off all of my cookies, right? So probably not the best idea to use this kind of team against a T-Knight team. So I would say just watch out for that when you guys are versing someone like, a T-Knight as well as a Frost Queen Sea Fairy combo. Here you go, guys. The last battle here is going to be against a double tank one more time with a Cotton as well as a Frost Queen and Eclair. So let's just see how well we do. There we go. So it is better, definitely better when you guys are versing a single burst rather than a double burst. If you guys are using this team against someone like a Frost Queen as well as a Sea Fairy, you're just going to be stunned and frozen for just way too long, and you won't be able to use your skill, and your cookies are just going to burst it down. That's the reason why if you guys are going to use this team, it's better to use it against a team that is going to have less burst, and I still lost, guys. And look at that, just and the damage from their other team is just too hard for me to keep up, especially with Cream Puff having, a decent amount of crit, but just not full crit, right? So, it sometimes just doesn't heal as much either. But there you go, guys, just trying out a new team comp here. It is going to be that one-shot team, just focusing all of the attack on that one single enemy, trying to start off the battle with a 4v5, but it does have its weaknesses and its strengths. And do I recommend you guys try and use this team? Not really. I wouldn't say it's very good. It is kind of like, it just works well against certain teams and doesn't really work against a lot of the teams. So I wouldn't recommend you guys totally build it. Just wanted to show that this is how it turns out when you guys do use Raspberry, Eclair, as well as Affogato together. You guys can try and use pure vanilla here instead, or you can just use Cotton and someone like that. But you guys can test it out yourself if you guys do want to try it out. But right now, I would say this team is definitely not something that I'll use over something like this. Very standard, very consistent team that you guys can use with Dark Cacao right now, especially inside of the current arena meta. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you guys did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys are notified whenever I do post on YouTube. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all next time.